Well, good morning. Today is Friday, July 10th. We do have a couple birthdays. I got them written down here so I can remember them. Today is Gail H's birthday, so Gail gets a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gail. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Also, I got a request from Grace Parker to sing to Evelyn, because Evelyn's birthday has just recently passed, but she didn't tell me exactly when, so I'll still sing to her, even though I don't know the day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Evelyn. Hope I said your name right. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I have it as A-V-E-L-I-N, so I'm thinking it's Evelyn instead of Evelyn. But anyway, it's her birthday. Go out and party. It's very hot out here, but you know what? I don't want to be in the house. I want to be outside. I didn't go for a walk because it's at 8 o'clock this morning. It felt like it was 92. Denise walked the whole 2 miles, but she's 10 years younger than me. You know, you wouldn't think a year makes a difference, but 10 years definitely makes a difference. But even like from last year to this year, big difference. I noticed that, you know, day to day you just notice the difference. But it's so sunny out here too. I almost should put a hat on or put the umbrella up or something. But we're supposed to get rain all afternoon, which is good because I need it for my flowers and my grass desperately needs it. But I thought I would address a few issues before I got into the video. First off, I'm going to share Robbie over at Frekifitwolf did a video yesterday that I think he summed it up way better than I ever have tried to do this week. He summed it up really well, and so I want you to go over to his channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You won't be disappointed. He's on a weight loss journey too, and he's lost weight before, just as all of us have, and he's trying to lose it again. And just like me, we both say and we both mean that this is the last time we're going to have to lose our weight again. That's not to say that we're not going to struggle along the way and fight little urges to not have the scale go up and down on us, but that's part of life. But I think that we both, all of us, have learned that this is just a daily struggle, and we all have daily self-doubts. Even when I hear from people that have already reached their goal, they tell me that sometimes they doubt that they'll stay there. So I feel I felt so much rest assured with that you know, I'm not the only one that struggles. I know there's a lot of us that do struggle, but anyway. But anyway, Maria Gill wanted to know why I wasn't showing my food this week, or why I'm not showing grocery hauls. I don't go to the grocery store every week like I used to. We did get a freezer, so I do have. We had gone to BJ's, which is like a Costco or a Sam's Club, and we stocked up the freezer and the pantry and things like that. So I'm pretty much just going for fruits and vegetables, and not going every week. So I haven't been showing that. The reason I don't show my food is I probably won't be showing you my food for a while. Occasionally I'll show you my food, but I'm not going to do it on a daily basis anymore, only because I find that it's constricting me. It's just it's putting, I don't know, it sounds silly, but it's like putting pressure on me, and I'm tired of being so obsessed about food and the number on the scale and things like that. So at least for a while, I'm not going to show you my daily thing. You know how I eat, because I basically eat the same foods every day. So it's not going to be like that big major of a change. If I do like try a new recipe or something, I'll show you me preparing it or whatever that I'm going to do with it. But for the most part, I think that I'm going to kind of stray away for a little bit. I am going to try to get my videos up early like this, at least through the summer. I'm pretty active. I go in the pool. I go for walks. I go out with I watch my grandkids and things like that. I mean, I know it's different because of the lockdowns and stuff like that, but I just like not so much getting it out of the way, but just not feeling chained to it, if that makes sense. Not that I'm chained to it. That's not a good analysis. But when you do a daily vlog, it gets to be a lot of work. It really does. And so when it's starting to look like it's work and it's not fun, because I'm afraid that if I make it look too much like work, and I don't have fun doing it, that I'm going to stray from doing it and go away from doing it. And I love doing it. So just for now, at least for the summer, kind of cutting back a little bit. Not to say that I'll never go back to the way I was filming before, but I think I'm just going to try to pick different subjects that are going to motivate us and talk about them each morning. Which reminds me that Linda Hughes had told me in one of the comments that thoughts become things. That's so true. The things you think really do kind of become what you want it to be. Not that you want it to be that way, but you're thinking it, and it just becomes real. I always tell you I'm a firm believer in whatever you say goes out into the universe, and so when I have these negative thoughts, it's out in the universe, and it does come back to slap me, and I should know better. I really should know better. And so I wanted to thank Linda for reminding me that, you know, your thoughts do become true. And so if you think true good things, then good things are going to happen. If you think bad things, for the most part, bad things are going to happen. If you say you can't do it, you know what? You can't do it. You just can't. But if you say, you know, it's going to be hard and I know I can do it, you'll be able to do it. And Marilyn Welther, W-E-L-T-H-E-R, Welther, reminded me that this is a lifestyle, not a diet. This is the way I'm going to eat the rest of my life. I can't be so obsessed about food. I can't be so obsessed. I have to keep track of the points. I'm not saying that. I do need to keep track of the points of what I'm eating. But I need to stop being so obsessive about the points. And so, you know, as long as I know I'm eating healthy and I'm not going overboard and I'm eating the healthy foods and staying within my limits, because at this point, after 4 years, you know how many points certain things are, and so you can kind of keep a judge. I'm always going to keep track on my phone. I'm always going to keep track in a book. I know that. That's just something that I know I have to do. But I'm going to start eating what I want to eat within reason, healthy, and not so much worry about the points. You know, because like I like cheese. An ounce of cheese is 4 points, and a lot of times I won't eat cheese because it's 4 points. I know I could eat fat-free, or I could eat low-fat, all of that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I would rather not eat it. It's like Diet Pop. I love pop, but I don't like Diet Pop. I would rather not drink pop than drink Diet Pop. So you make a choice. You make a healthy choice, and that's my plan. I'm going to start making some healthy choices. And Toots, T-O-O-T-S, I like your name. My Jim's had an aunt named Toots. Her real name was Mary, but for some reason her Jim's dad could never say Mary, and he called her Toots. So Aunt Toots was one of my favorite aunts on Jim's side. But anyway, Toots 11164 had brought up a good point that maybe I'm afraid of reaching my goal. That's a strong possibility. I don't know. I think I might be afraid of reaching my goal, and I don't know why. I just don't. I think that my mind thing, this is my mindset, that I think that if I reach my 100 pounds, or if I reach Wonderland, that the next goal would be so daunting to lose another 40 pounds. And I can't think of it that way. I have to stop thinking of a number on a scale. This is another reason why I'm truly, truly, truly thinking of not going to Weight Watchers anymore and paying all that money. I've proven to myself that for the last 4 months, because the last meeting I had at Weight Watchers was March 4th. So, and I've been losing steady. I mean, I've had a few ups and downs, but that's going to be true whether I go to the meetings or not. But I have been losing pretty steady. I know what I need to do. I have all my books for the points if I ever needed the points to go with what it was. I can just go back and see how I was eating. And I think that, I don't know. I just really don't know. I'm just tired of obsessing about the number on the scale. I'm tired of obsessing to how many pounds I have to go to get to the scale, to get to where I can go free at Weight Watchers. And, you know, I have until August 14th to make a decision. So it's not like one I'm going to jump right into and decide at this very moment. But I'm going to think about it over the next couple weeks of what I'm going to do. And, you know, I have so many moments of self-doubt. I'm like just about everybody out there. I have moments of self-doubt, and it's who I am. I've had self-doubts my whole life. I, for the longest time, never left my house. I was afraid, and I know there's a word for it, but if I went shopping with anybody, if I went with my sisters, let's say to, I don't know, we went to Montgomery Ward's to go shopping. If we were looking at something at this table right here, and my sisters wanted to go like 3 feet away and look at another table at some stuff that was on sale, I could not stay at this table by myself. I had to go over there. I could not be by myself. I could not drive anywhere. My sister Mary lived with me at the time, and so my kids were all involved in sports and different things at school, which involved carpools. So when it was our turn to drive, my sister always drove for me for the carpool because I never drove. I never left my house when I was first married. Jim would drop me off at my mother's, which I would go to work, but and it was hard for me, but I had to work. I knew I had to work. So that, you know, like, it just shows that if something you have to overcome, you can overcome it. But even when I got pregnant with Jimmy and I had Jimmy, I used to pack up everything in the morning and go to my mother's house for the day because I could not be alone. I just could not be alone. And it was a hard life, and I overcame it. And I had doubts that I ever would, but I was strong in my beliefs that I could overcome it. And it took me years, let me tell you. It took me, I would say, 15 years. I had 15 years of just living in a bubble, that thinking I was going to die any day. And I refused to go back there, and I refused to do that. So what I need to do is remember that and imagine what can be possible once I stop doubting myself. Once I stopped doubting myself and knowing that I could go out by myself. You know, like, it's not a big deal, not a major deal. But for me, it was like I climbed Mount Everest. One day I left my house by myself and walked to the store, which was probably there and back, I don't know, 3/10 of a mile, if that. It would have been like for me right now walking to my corner 3 houses down, going to the store, and then coming 3 houses back. And I did that by myself. And I didn't go with anybody, and I felt so accomplished. I just thought, how come I've been doubting myself for so many years? And then eventually I worked a little bit more and a little bit more, and so now I love being by myself. It's like nobody in my family. I drive. I don't like to drive. I can drive. You know, the silly thing is, I can drive like for 3 or 4 hours all around my neighborhood, never by myself, going here, going there, for 3 or 4 hours, and I'd be fine. But if I had to get in the car and drive somewhere 3 or 4 hours by myself, I haven't accomplished that yet. But I think once I stop doubting myself, I'm going to be on my way and stop worrying about the number on the scale. Because I always have to remember, it's not who I think I am. And wait a minute, I wrote this down because I want to make sure I had it right. It's not who you think you are that's holding you back. It's who you think you're not. I need to know who I am and stop thinking of who I'm not, because you know, I'm done. I'm really done with all of this. I'm just really wanting to get back to not having doubts, and I know that that's gonna happen. We have doubts in everything at all different points of our life. Have we ever lost someone suddenly and then we had doubts in our religion? I have. It hasn't lasted long, but you know, I think it's like doubting Thomas. He doubted that was really Jesus, but you know, it's sometimes we have doubts, and we just have to overcome them, and that's my plan this week, and I think I'm doing pretty good overcoming them. And we'll see how the scale looks tomorrow, although I told you I'm not going to worry about the number, but I am going to tell you that I'm going to do my weekly highlight meeting, and I am going to weigh myself on Saturdays, because ignoring the number is not going to make it get smaller or bigger. Oh, you know what? Ignoring the number is going to make it get bigger. I should take that back. Ignoring the number will make it get bigger. So I'll weigh myself once a week, go with what it is, not obsess about it, and stop doubting in myself, and stop thinking that I can't do it, and start believing in myself. So, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, and share it, and let me know if you think I was too whiny this week. I hope I wasn't coming across as like a complainer. I was trying to express my thoughts and beliefs on how I think a lot of us are feeling right about now. There's just so much in the world we can't control. This virus is controlling us. We're not really controlling it. It's like when you watch TV shows, you realize how much you've missed as far as sitting down in a restaurant, being with a group of people, hugging your families. There's a lot going on right now, and it's a lot of doubt going on whether ever we'll get back to normal, but I have full confidence that we will, although it's going to take time. So, so leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me know what causes you to self-doubt, and don't forget to go over to Robbie's channel and give him some love. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. So as always, stay safe.